Yes. It's me again. This beautiful day down in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. And today is a beautiful day, Day of the Lord. Lighting movers and shakers in tech. And today we're blessed to have one amazing person, an epitome in AI and machine learning. I don't know what I should start with, but I think the man can speak for himself. But ideally we have Kalebu. I think most of the tech ecosystem knows Kalebu. And if you don't know him, actually he walks in the room, you can't miss him. How are you, Kalebu?
All is well.
Mm-hmm.
So, sound like I'm listening to the radio.
Yeah?
So you're actually DJ, I see.
Yeah, that's nice. So what's your full name, Kalebu?
Oh, my full name is name Kalebu Jordan Gwalugano.
Gwalugano.
Yeah.
Very nice. So, Kaleb, as we try to introduce ourselves. We believe, a man should give his epitome of step-by-step chronologically account of who he is. Who are you, Kalebu? From day zero.
For me, who I am an explorer. So I like exploring stuff.
Yeah.
And then when I explore, I get so obsessed with it. Yeah. So right now, what I'm obsessed with is AI. So, so I'm an AI enthusiast. I'm building AI solution. But also I'm also advocating for people to adopt AI solutions. So I'm kind of somewhere like I'm kind of exploring the AI phase.
Yeah. So Kalebu.
Yes.
let me just introduce you officially, and then you can tell us, where it all started, right? So once upon a time, and this is Kaleb speaking, he was a mechatronics engineer, but his passion for innovation and technology led him down a new path. He discovered the world of programming, and it was love at first sight. He spent countless hours watching tutorials, reading books and blogs, and building projects. His hand paid off as he solidified his understanding and even had to the opportunity to showcase his projects, including an AI tool that connects people without internet access to the internet through SMS, and a device that allows farmers to easily monitor and control conditions on their farm using SMS. As he continued to hone his skills, he found out himself working as a professional Python developer and machine learning engineer. He is also an advocate of open source software, maintaining over 8 open source Python packages and sharing his knowledge with others through speaking engagements and writing articles and tutorials. He is currently the founder of Neurotech, an African startup that is building infrastructure for developers to easily build industry-ready natural language processing solutions for African languages. His passion for innovation and technology led him to fulfilling career, and excited to share his journey with community across any digital footprints. So, Kalebu, that's your professional one. That's at least done.
Yeah.
So, who is Kalebu? Where did all this start? Where do you come from around in Dar es Salaam?
No, I'm not from Dar.
You're not from Dar?
Yeah, I'm from up country.
Up country, which side?
Yeah. So I'm from Mbea.
Mbea.
And not just Mbea. I'm from some sub-part of Mbea called Tukuyu.
Tukuyu.
And then not just Tukuyu, in up country. So I'm from really up country area. That's where I grew up.
Oh.
Yeah.
It doesn't get up country as Tukuyu. There's more up country.
There's more up country. So Tukuyu is down, and you go more up country. Then you go where I spend most of my childhood here.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was the name of that place?
Mabuli.
Yeah. That sounds interior.
Yeah.
So how many hours from Dar? If you're driving,
If you're driving like 14 hours from Dar, yeah.
But is there another option? Like, can you take a train, a flight?
Like there's a train. I don't know if a train. I never took a train, but like a flight is about 1 hour.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh. So there's a flight to.
Yeah, there's a
Mbea.
flight. There's like an airport there.
Yeah. So you were born there, grew up there.
Yeah. So I was born in Mbea. I studied in Mbea from primary to college. Yeah.
How was that? How was that experience? Do you get everything there? Do you feel like you're missing out?
No, I mean, not so much. I like studying near home, so that was quite like in a day. If I want to get out of school and go home, I can go. That's what I like. So it wasn't much like I was missing out. Maybe later when I'm thinking of pursuing like a tech career. That's when I saw, okay, maybe Mbea might not be a suitable place for me to continue my journey. But apart from that, Mbea is quite good. The weather, I liked it. It was cold, but I don't like hot, and now I do.
Yeah. So you studied at Panda
Primary school.
Primary school.
Yeah.
From Chekechea to.
No, not really. Not. I moved a bit in school.
Okay.
So I was studying somewhere called Katumba Primary School.
Yeah.
And then I went to Panda, I think on standard 2, and then up to like 7. Yeah, Panda Primary School.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And what caused this movement? Like, why did you move from one school to the other one?
Parents,
Parents, okay.
Yeah, so parents moved, and then I had to follow my dad. I had to follow my dad. And then so that's why I moved to one this one other. Because my parents moved, and then I had to move.
Okay. So after Panda, you went to Iunga. Iunga, is it a secondary school, right? Like a high school, right?
Yeah. But it wasn't as straight. In Lincoln, I tried to steep some of the stuff.
Yes. Okay. Please
you don't have to put a whole story for people to Yeah. So basically, Iunga is if you graduate from Science 7, you go, there's those like lower school, maybe like school maybe from I don't know what they call it. There's a school like I don't find a good name, but Iunga was like a middle school, and there's like top school, like maybe for very like talented students. So I wasn't selected to Iunga Secondary School. Yeah, I wasn't like very smart to be selected to Iunga school. I went to another school from like the same Tukuyu like area. Yeah, and then I moved to Iunga because of my parents. Yeah. Yeah.
So you said you're not that smart.
I wasn't.
Yeah.
To tell you a story.
You wasn't, but now you are. Okay.
Maybe I am, because when I was in standard 6, I was one among the students that the head of school chose to repeat the class.
Okay.
Yeah, and then not standard 6, standard 7 actually.
Standard 7.
Yeah, I was like, okay, the head of school come and like, you're gonna repeat class, and then you're gonna repeat class, and then he forgot me. I begin to celebrate, and then he like, oh, Kaleb, you too. So that was very painful. Yeah. And then my mother was a teacher in a nearby school.
Okay.
And then he's like, okay, maybe I can talk to the head of school. Maybe he can give you some time to
catch up.
To catch up. And that was my lucky. That was my only luck for not
repeating.
And then from that on, that's when I begin like to pay attention to school. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So were you playful when you were a kid, or?
Very playful.
Okay.
Yeah, like crazy.
And troublemaker.
Troublemaker, like 100%.
I don't want to say right now you don't look like a troublemaker, but most smart guys are always troublemaker for some reason. I don't know. They never settle.
I'm not a cool kid.
Yeah. What does cool kid mean in Tanzania?
Cool is the opposite of troublemaker. You don't like
any trouble. Yeah. When you say cool kid in Nairobi, that means you rich kid.
Oh, no, I'm not.
Yeah. So from class 7, you were serious at the school. You got good marks, and then you went to the technical university.
No, I didn't get good marks enough. But I remember my head of school, after realizing I began to excel in class. Yeah. Because I went from whatever position to number 9 in class. It was like, Kaleb, I should hunt for like special school. You gotta study hard.
Yeah.
And I did my best, but I wasn't like I was not able to go to the special school. Do
you feel like you concentrated when it's a bit late?
Yeah, I mean, it was a bit late actually, maybe. Because I don't know what I was studying from 1 to 6. I don't know what I did. I realized I was in school when I was 7 now. You get into class. Yeah. So I mean, maybe if I studied earlier, maybe I would go to a special school. But it's all like yes, I'm a stoic now.
Oh.
So maybe it was all like that. It was supposed to be like that. Maybe catch up late and then go to technical school by another way, Yeah.
So what happened then? Now that you didn't go to a good school, was that a bit discouraging for you?
Yeah, it was. I remember going to like the selection of classes, and then I'm thinking maybe I went to one of the special school. I'm like looking at Kaleb, where is the school? This school, there's no Kaleb. And then I'm finishing all the school, there's no Kaleb. It was very sad. And people keep like, Kaleb, you got a good marks.
Yeah.
But why are you so sad? I'm like, dude, I wanted to go to the special school, but I wasn't. Yeah.
So special is like top schools in Tanzania.
So there's special school and there's technical school. Technical school like the middle school. Like they're very special, but they're like at least you're medium smart. So you go to technical school, and then if you are like
really smart, you go to the special
school. And I wasn't even hunting for special school. Somewhere even a medium.
And you're not there.
And I was not there. Yeah.
So you were just taken to a technical school.
No, it wasn't as easy. It was like my dad studied in the technical school.
Okay.
So my dad was very smart.
Okay.
So he went to the younger school when in his age, back in the days. So he was like, okay, maybe I could go there and
try to
make an excuse, and then maybe the parent moving out, and then you can get you there. Like, yeah. So
someone who doesn't report, they replace him with you.
Yeah, so something like that. So my dad began a formal process, like from like district to whatever, putting a reta, like maybe my parent is going to study somewhere, and then maybe so you know how they move. If you're too straight, you can never get a chance. So it was something like that, and then I was able to get a chance. They said, okay, maybe you have good marks, but maybe not as excellent, but the marks was not that bad. So it's okay, maybe let's take you to So that's how I got to technical school. Yeah.
Oh, nice. And when you get there, you meet other, smart kids, right?
Yeah, meet other very, like smart kid who went there by Max.
Oh,
yeah,
real smart.
terrifying.
So how was that experience for you?
I mean, in the beginning, I was actually, you got out from a place where you're like one of the top people, and you go to other very smart people, and then you like in early days, you're like, okay, maybe let me. You think you still can catch up to that smart level, but after maybe 2 semesters, you realize, no.
I have to work harder than this.
Yeah. Maybe let me have another goal than just being
top student.
So
that's why you started exploring your career, or?
Yeah. I mean, still I was up to Form 2. I think I was still in AD. Love to study. But my first, maybe Form 1, it was very disappointing. I was 64. Student, so 64 students.
Position 64?
Yeah,
64?
Position 64.
Out of?
I don't know, maybe 100 or 100 or something, yeah.
Okay.
So it wasn't very from one of the top people in class to now 64. Is it that good? Yeah.
So realize being smart also can be average some other place.
Yeah. Okay. You go some other place, you're just a normal person, Yeah. So I begin taking school, okay, not maybe I should take it easy now, not that, yeah. So I remember I'm going to Form 3, and then I was like, okay, I wasn't very serious with class, but that's where I began to excel in class even. Yeah. So I remember the Form 3, I began, top 5. So I began to excel because, I was, and then, so that's what happened. But I remember that I don't know if I don't study hard sometimes in my secondary school, that's when I excel. But even if I'm too serious, that wasn't happening,
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. You stopped focusing, becoming a book warmer.
And that just normal. Yeah, studying
enough.
Enough. But that's when maybe the brain just needed a little more rest than just accumulating stuff on the head. Yeah, that's when I realized maybe I need some more time to do other things. Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. So and you discovered that in Form 2, right?
Yeah, in Form 3. In Form 2, up to Form 2, I wasn't that much of the top class. I'm just someone in a class,
average kid. Yeah. So you started now, taking it easy. And what was this that you're doing on the side? Is it just games or?
Oh, no. I remember Form 3. That's where, so there's something in Tanzania called Young Scientist Competition. So they go to school. They look at kids which have innovative ideas and okay, we're gonna take you to Dar with other kids with idea, and then you're gonna compete for a prize. And this prize can give you a scholarship to go abroad. Yeah, so it was very tempting.
Started.
So I began thinking of it. Maybe I could get into this program. So just before that happening, another thing came up. It's called Science Fair Project. So it was done regional-wise, and then there's a national competition. So they come to school. There's like, okay, what is your idea? And then you pitch, and then if you win in your school, they take you regional-wise now to compete.
Okay.
Yeah. So I remember I was not an innovator. I was just a bookworm,
Yeah.
So, but I wanted that scholarship stuff and innovating stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was a fan of sci-fi, but not to the stage that it turns me to an innovator,
Okay.
So it's just I love that stuff of building stuff and
Yeah.
doing stuff, but not to the stage now, like of me getting hands-on to it.
Yeah.
But I remember now when that Fair Science project came about, I was very I liked it a lot. And then I went to like a library, took Wikipedia, maybe I can find something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you started now becoming curious on what actually
What can I do? What can
understanding
I do?
science,
Yeah,
right?
understanding science. Not science to this like practical science of like coming up with an innovation now. Yeah. So it was not much on engineering. Back in the days, I was very good chemist. Yeah, I was like, I want to be a chemical engineer, because I was very good at chemist. And then the idea came with a science fair project. It was something like called, I don't know, I forgot even the name. It's quite a long time ago.
Yeah.
Something like multi-producer stuff. It was more of like chemical stuff. Yeah.
Which
So,
year was this?
I think, I don't know if 2015, I don't know. Yeah. 2015, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that long time ago?
You know what? And now it looks like long time ago.
Yeah. You're the second person in Da who I've talked to, and they refer to like 5-6 years ago or 8 years ago as a long time ago.
So 2015 is 8 years ago, right?
Yeah, 8 years ago, just 6 years ago.
It's quite a year because you've gone through phases from secondary to college to street. So if you take that time of experience, like 10 years ago,
It's kind of crazy. Okay.
Yeah.
So now, if you think about that journey where now you think like, okay, there's this science contest where you gonna compete and go abroad, and even for you coming to die something, something exciting.
I've never been to die at that time. Just there.
Yeah. And then you start even going to the library, checking out an encyclopedia, trying to learn science and whatnot. Do you think guys right now in the school are getting that opportunity, or?
I think they do, because I think young scientists keep existing, but mine, which is triggered my innovation, was not young scientists, but it was called the Science Fair Project. I'm not sure if it exists, but right now there's young scientists. There's Makisatu. So Makisatu, they do like competition from secondary to primary to university level. You bring an innovation and then they compete against the people. So I think they do. So and then right now I think they're realizing even I think the curriculum is changing. So maybe. Not too much because it was about more like, okay, getting grades, but now they're trying to, maybe put more practical and more teach people to do stuff rather than just cram stuff.
And for you, such activities, from your experience, is what actually started exposing you to the tech and what is happening in the world of science, right?
100%. Because from chemical design, I remember I keep participating in competition. I keep designing. I was writing papers. I was writing stuff. I went to. So as I said, if I get obsessed with something, I'm full into it. So I became a nerdy now. I remember our biology teacher gave us a biology lab. So I had a key. Anytime there is chemicals, there is copper, there is whatever in a library, I could whatever I want. And then around when I'm on form 4 grade, I begin to get interested with engineering now, because all the previous form 3 that was mainly chemical engineering, chemical stuff. But form 4, that's where engineering captured my heart, gears and stuff, and then which even led me to choose mechatronics as a college because of form 4 now. But still the same, like kind of trying to create something creative.
Now you at this point, I think, is your turning moment, given to what you're doing right now. And for you now, it's even changed from being the top student to, can I understand the subject matter of what is happening in the engineering world, right? How did this change perspective on how you look at things?
Are you talking about back, like, can you refresh all your questions so if I understand well?
Yeah. So you said at this point you're not struggling to be number one or top student, right? it was more like you're fascinated by science.
Correct.
And for you see more opportunity of even going to town, competing at a regional level, country level to international level. How did this change perspective of how you look at now? You're in school, I'm going to class, there is a teacher teaching something, there will be an exam, but of course, do I want to understand the subject matter?
Yeah, so I think it quite changed because I didn't look at the class itself. So I was always, my chemistry is teaching, I'm always looking, okay, what can I do? What can I put this? Can I add this to that design and then it can react, whatever. So I think even in my class begin to be more like a lab for me, like I draw into imagination of what they're teaching, but not every class, Yeah, but and then my future began to change. Like the way I look at the future, begin to change because before I was thinking maybe I'm gonna be a neuroscientist doing, but now I begin thinking my future as a scientist. So that's why it completely changed flipped my the career future I was imagining from like a career that I wanna be a doctor, I wanna be this. And to do that, you need just to study, get A to get that career.
Yeah.
But it taught me no, it's not that far ahead. If you wanna be that, you're gonna start doing this from while you're here. And what can you do now? So I think it made me more like it made some classes a lot of funny.
Yeah.
And other classes more boring.
I know what you mean. Yeah. So at this point, do you get good grades to go to university or?
No. So I didn't want to go. So the normal way is you don't go to university.
Okay.
The normal way that you go to advanced school, and then you go to
which was previously from 5, from 6.
From 5, from 6.
Okay.
But for me, no. From that moment, I saw myself. I began to diverge a bit from class, and then I know if now I'm going to just focus on Chandi stuff or advanced or PCM, PCB, it won't work well for me. Yeah. So that's why now I begin. Okay, maybe I can take an alternative route instead of going to advanced school. I can go direct into college. Yeah. So that's beginning invading into my mind, and as I do research, I found there's a course called mechatronics engineering. There's synerging computer and mechanical. That's where So I was like, let me get some good marks to take me to university. Perhaps it was not quite easy,
Going to university is not easy, of course.
The harder part was not the marks. The harder part was in my family, I'm the firstborn.
Okay.
I have 3 sisters. The first one went to advanced school. Second went to advanced school. The third one went to advanced school. And then now telling that idea to parents, okay, I don't want to go to advanced. And then while you still get good grades, get division 1, but it's okay, I don't want to go to university. They don't get it. They're okay, this kid is confused.
Did you get division 1?
Yeah, I did.
Which should be ideally take you to the university.
Yeah, I had A in biology.
So, but you didn't want to go to the university?
I didn't. To advanced school. I didn't want to go to advanced school.
What is this advanced school?
Form 5 and Form 6. Okay. I didn't want to go to that class. But because I saw okay, it doesn't
doesn't add any value.
I saw because there's this thing in TZ, if you go to advanced, the chance of going to study what you want is actually dependent on the marks that you score on the final marks. So I didn't want to take that roll of dice that what my future is uncertain. So whatever I'm going to score in my whatever PCM or PCB is going to determine my entire future. Well, I can say I can go to mechatronics and then here's my future and grow with it. So I didn't want to play dice. I said, okay, here's what I want, and I know for sure this is what I want. I'll go for it.
Yeah. So you just went to mechatronics.
And then it was. So I did in selection in Form 4, you select advanced or college.
Okay.
So they automatically selected me into college. I was not selected into an advanced school, so I was very happy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And
you joined college where you're doing mechatronics.
Correct.
Did you find other more smarter kids than you?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Always. First day.
You realize now even you're not smarter anymore.
Yeah, it was not about smarter now. Yeah. So my obsession now it's not about who was smarter. So if I find smart people, I want to learn from them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I remember. So right before college, that's when you see now I'm more into coding. But that's the journey was not before going to college. I began doing the coding adventure. So the way I judged smart when I got to college was not by the marks you score. It was like, what do you know?
Yeah, for sure. And at this point, you realize, oh man, I need to learn more stuff to just. But before even that, what actually is the grading system in mechatronic college look like? Is it the marks anymore, or is it the experiments? Is it the projects that you build?
It depends. So
is it combination?
It's combination.
Yeah. So you do a lot of projects there.
Not a lot. It's not even like it's not a lot of projects. Like maybe final year, but it's more like practical exam.
Yeah.
I see.
I see. So there is more practical exam whereby you build a project, or how does it look like?
Building a project is usually on a final year.
So. So in this case, if you're doing a practical project whereby it's not like a project,
okay,
it's more like an experiment that you do in a lab, right?
I mean, we did a lot of that because mechanics is broad. So it's more like director guiding us. This is how you do. Sometimes if you're interested enough, you can approach the lecture like, okay, can I have some more time to use the lab? Yeah, some people did that.
And what would you be doing in this lab is not a project? What is in this lab? Is it an engine? Is it the gears? Is it?
Yeah,
what is it?
Because in our college we had a mechanical workshop where we a lot of like machines, from bending machine into whatever, all mechanical machine. I even forgot the name,
It's quite some time.
Yeah.
Did this help you now visualize most of the learnings that you've been doing since primary school and sciences and all that?
No. Yeah. So before just going to college, I began Googling a lot on YouTube. What is mechatronics? And what do mechatronics do? So when I'm going to college, I had very high expectation. Yeah.
And so you got disappointed, or you
I was disappointed. Because what I was seeing on online and people doing mechatronics in the industry. There's people on white coat, putting this chip and turning on a robot. That was my fantasy going to college.
Yeah.
Like, this is what I'm gonna do. Build
sci-fi movie.
Not sci-fi per se. It was more like industrial. It was. I didn't say it wasn't that good, like in teaching, but I'm saying my expectation was way high than college.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Did this discourage you, or how did you navigate the two? Is it 2 years college or 3 years?
Three.
So how did you because this is now maybe first year, second year?
Yeah.
How did you navigate this now that your expectations are not met?
I mean, so from the day before I went to college, I began to be fascinated with code, programming. Yeah. So even from first year to second year to third, my whole concentration was coding. Building software, learning to the art.
Wait a minute. In this mechatronic, did you start first year by coding, or is something that
I started coding way before first year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who introduced you to coding? Or how did you get about that?
So the reason that was my friend, they went to US because of coding. And this my friend, I knew them, I know them, I can touch them, They went to US.
You're so tight with them, yeah.
But, so one of the reasons they went to US was they knew how to code. Yeah, and that was inspired me now. Okay, let me learn this craft. Maybe it may take me to some place someday.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I remember going to my brother, and my brother was my cousin was studying at Mbea University. So I'm give me a tutorial to code. Give me where do I start? They give me a bunch of C++ tutorial. Give me a Dev C++, an AD for coding C.
Yeah.
And then I went home to find myself. Okay, how do I start to code? So when I'm going now to college, I had a bit of an idea on what coding looked like, what is C programming,